Hey, it is Vincent, and today I'm going to talk about a concern brought by Adorable Suan. I'm sorry if I mispronounced that. I'm going to talk about how you can deal with people once they see your ID, or how you can explain. Now, everyone knows I'm out, right? So I'm an out trans guy, and I'm not really going to give an advice on what you should do, but I'm gonna share to you what I would do if it were me, if it happened to me, because it's the only thing I know. I can't really know what you would do if you were in this situation. So there are only two things that I would do if it were me. Once a person would see my ID, once I bring my ID, which already happened like a million times to me, with a really girly name that I have. So once a person sees my ID and looks at me with my beard, my face looking like this, my voice sounding like this, they would usually ask me where that person is. I don't think they would look at the picture. Maybe they do right after I say that it's me. So then they look at the picture. So you have two choices, right? First one is either I tell them that I'm trans. There's no problem with that. I usually do that. I've done that several times. I tell them that I'm a trans guy, and they'd be like, oh, sorry, okay. And the other one is, I've already mentioned this in my Uber driver video, but I tell them that that's the name that my parents gave me. I have a funny story that happened to me. My writer asked me about that, and then I told them that's just my name. And then she went like, oh, do you have siblings? And I'm like, yeah, I do. And then she was like, are they all guys? And I'm like, yeah. And then she was like, and you're the youngest, right? And I'm like, yeah. So I just said yes to all of her questions. I didn't really feel like being in a very sharing mood during that time. And then she was like, oh yeah, that happens. My friend has a guy's name and she's a girl. The funny thing is, a lot of people would believe that more than me saying that I'm a trans guy. They'd be shocked and they'd be like, no way. So yeah, sometimes I do just tell them that's my name, and yeah, I have a girl's name. Probably because here in the Philippines, a lot of people don't know about trans guys. Although the number of people being educated about trans men now is higher compared to before. But yeah, that's what I do. Either I tell them that I'm a trans man, or I tell them that I have a girl's name. And yeah, that's it. I do just tell them that it's me in their ID. And as much as possible, keep your ID pictures updated, because I remember when my driver's license didn't expire yet, but it was close to expiring, and my picture there was still me pre-T, and I was already about a year on T then. It was harder to convince. I'm not saying it's really difficult, but they do just ask you probably a couple more questions to confirm if it's you. But yeah, there's no problem with that. Although it would be so much better if we were able to change our name and gender marker here in the Philippines, but it's still not feasible for me. So I'm just living with what I have for now. But yeah, I hope this helped you. Adorable Suan. Sorry, I don't know if I pronounced that right. But yeah, that's it. Thank you so much for your concern and for giving me an idea of a topic for a video. Thank you so much, and please don't hesitate to like or comment and subscribe to my channel. Bye!